Rise and shine with Global Entertainment News, the morning buzz. I am your host, Bella, ready to kickstart today with all the fresh news and stories. And right here with me, bring her own spark to the studio is Lusola. We'll be taking today's top story from the Punch and Guardian newspaper. And top story from the Punch: 33 arrested for suspected kidnapping in River. The Rivers State Police Command says it has arrested 33 suspects for various crimes including courtesan, armed robbery, kidnapping, and human trafficking, and recovered 8 explosive devices in various parts of the state. Also, it says the operative recovered about 8,000 ammunition resulting from an aggressive clampdown on crime and criminality in the oil-rich city. The State Commissioner of Police, Olubenga Adepoju, disclosed this during a joint security briefing in Port Harcourt on Thursday. Adepoju says the feat was achieved in collaboration with sister security operations within the last 7 months, January to August, but disclosed that most of the high-profile crimes were smashed within the period of the state of emergency declared in the state. He says some of the arrested suspects include 7 daredevil cultists who killed a Port Harcourt-based lawyer, Bright Oho, in the Deadline area of Port Harcourt, the state capital. Adepoju stated in the past month, the River State Police Command, working in disclosed surgery with the Nigerian Army, Navy, and Air Force, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Department of State Service, and other critical security stakeholders have made remarkable progress in our sustained operation to curb criminal activities across the state. Through this united effort, we have intensified our crackdown on violent crime, leading to the arrest of numerous suspects involved in heinous offenses such as armed robbery, kidnapping, courtesan, human trafficking, and murder, as well as the recovery of vital exhibits.
That is nice. Kudos to the security operative for bringing this out. But I will employ them that a thorough investigation should be made so that those that are doing it, that has hand in it, should be brought to book and justice should be made. And some of them might not even know anything about it, but you know, probably let me just say true friends or anything, they can bring them together and be like they are also there. But when investigations are being made, they should not allow those that are not even in it to be punished. That's just what I'll say.
Well, for this effort to actually make and then the recovery of animation, it feels like this thing has gone into a thorough investigation that led to the arrest of them. So let's move on. Pay rise for politician insensitive. The Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission has just declared that the salary of Nigerian political office holders are due for review. According to the Commission, President Bola Tinubu's current monthly salary of 1.5 million is a joke. Ministers who are earning less than 1 million a month are described as grossly underpaid. But whose joke is this? The punchline is bitter and it is ordinary Nigeria struggling through the harshest economic crisis in decades who are forced to swallow it at a time when the minimum wage has been grudgingly fixed at 70,000 after months of strike and tough negotiation. How can politicians concord in problems complex increasing their already generous pay? Labour initial demand during the 2024 general strike was a 494,000 monthly minimum wage for workers, reflecting the real cost of living. Government negotiators dismissed this as impossible. They waffled over empty coffer and the need for economic providence. In the end, workers were called cockled into settling for 70,000, about $45, a sum that barely covers food, transport, and rent for a month. Yet somehow there appear to be both appetites and fun to maintain the rigorous peg enjoyed by the ministers, governor, and legislator.
Sincerely, I'm really ashamed of this Nigeria. It's our country, it's also my country, but I'm ashamed. Imagine you standing up and saying 1.5 million that the president is being paid is not enough. It is a small money. Ministers are being paid 1 million. It is not enough. That one is aside. Not to talk of other petty money they are getting. Here is the president borrowing loan, lending money here and there, not doing anything with that particular loan he's saying is doing. Now they said citizens should be paid a minimum wages of 494,000 naira. But you came together, you said the money is too much for you to pay. You give them that 70,000 naira you are paying. It is not all states they have that are paying the minimum wages, not all states. But you are here shouting and fighting on baseless matters that 1.5 million naira is too small for the president. The one he is receiving, what is he using it to do? Where is he spending the money?
Well, talking about the salary that the president is actually receiving, is the entire household is being paid by
Exactly.
Nigerian taxation and all that, and at the same time trying to push this narrative into Nigeria to say that with the salary guilt tripping us into the fact to think that the salary that the president and the political holders
Ministers are
receiving
receiving as
are
small.
small amount of money. I don't really think that has to make any sense, because if we need to look at all these workers are underpaid, their dues are
Definitely.
not paid on time, they are complaining, strike here and there, food hiking and all that, and then here is the politician that we actually
Fighting on
vote for to sit is now fighting over
God.
unpaid. Their salary is too low. Not that they are not being paid on
Mm-hmm.
time, but they say the salary is too low. That is the Nigerian and the
It's a
politician
bad
with vote into power we are receiving right now. But let's move on. Court is arrested with gun, charm in Akwa Ibom. A suspect court member, 26-year-old Emmanuel Anthony, has been detained by the Akwa Ibom Police Command. Punch Metro learned on Thursday that Anthony was arrested around 5:17 a.m. on Tuesday during a raid in criminal hideout in Itak village, Ikono local government area of the state, based on credible intelligence. While confirming his arrest in a statement on Thursday, the command public relations officer DSP Timfon John disclosed that various disturbing items were found in Anthony's possession. During the search, operative recovered the following items from the suspect: one local fabricated pistol, an Apple masquerader's mask, and a bag containing items suspected to be charmed, she said. John revealed that residents would be informed as the investigation is ongoing. The follow a report by Punch Metro on August 27th that operative of the Akwa Ibom State Police Command record another milestone with the arrest of two suspected cultists and the recovery of firearm and phone in the state.
This is a bad one. I don't know what to say about this cultist of a thing because it's every day we hear about cultists doing this, cultists doing that. And to me, I used to ask myself, I'll be like, what is their gain on this thing? It's not as if they are gaining anything, whereas the politicians, let me use the leaders, are using them to do so many tasks just because of the little money, just because of the little power, just because of the little connection they have received. And this thing, they said, he who kill by sword shall be killed by sword. You kill someone, you also will die. So it's not as if they are getting anything at all. Just should we talk about this small power, this small connection they are getting that is giving them this authority that is giving them because the youth of nowadays are now venturing into this courtesan of a thing and it is bad.
Well, talking about courts, I will say that human mind and understanding feels like everything has to do with power, be it a local power, a street chairman, a community leader, whatsoever. We are always bragging about the kind of position that we have. And then court is just one of the disturbing thing when it comes to trying to acquire power, because there is absolutely no positivity coming in from it.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you have to deal with one clash, clash or the
Fight or the
other,
other.
why this one killed this one, that one
They'll be
killed this
fighting
one,
on
and
baseless things.
different type of it, and it's very, very, very annoying. It doesn't make sense. Well, on today's top story from the Guardian. Lagos vowed justice after attack on VIS officer at Mile 2. The Lagos State government has vowed to ensure justice for operatives of the Vehicle Inspection Service (VIS) who were attacked in Mile 2 area during a routine check. The officers were reportedly assaulted by a driver and a passerby after stopping a vehicle. Eyewitness said the driver failed to provide the request documents, sparking a confrontation. When they asked the driver for documents, he couldn't provide them and mentioned that he was carrying a load on top of his car, and a fight broke out. Before we knew it, a crowd had gathered to beat the officer. The driver even undressed and joined in beating them before they ran away, eyewitness said. Another eyewitness added that the crowd physically fought for the vehicle inspection officer, injuring them. When the road safety officer arrived, the crowd has already fled the scene. However, some area boys rescued the driver and they ran away. The driver should be arrested. This is a very bad to do any human, no matter what, even if you are in your right, there's a way you have to comfort him. And the most annoying part is that you actually attacking a state police security personnel is very, very bad.
To me, well, I would say the VIS that was attacked, it was just, let me just use the word, it was just a coincidence. Do you understand? Because some of the VIS have been coming there to be doing anyhow to the drivers and even the community that are there. And these people be like, okay, we, we will monitor you. When next you come here, we'll do this, you do that. Them. Though I'm not advising them to what they did that was right. Definitely it is wrong. But sometimes they take sometimes these VIS is not what they have been sent from the office they do when they get to the street.
I understand the angle you are actually coming from, but this is actually a state security personnel, and then they are doing the work. Even though they come out of that when they get to that particular area, and then they started doing out of their duty, there is right for every citizen to actually report them to the nearest police station, to their office, the VIS office, and then let them be cautioned of their. If you cannot actually do that, there is the opportunity for it. There's a smartphone for everyone this time around. If you
Record.
are being harassed, record it and then have an evidence to show to their leaders when you get to the office, not for you to actually retire. Now, no matter what you say that no matter what the driver will say that trespass between the both of them, they're not going to take his side
Mm-hmm.
because he has already committed a crime against the government.
Yeah.
So he's going to go in for it. Well, let's move on. Pastor, wife arrested over self-kidnap, robbery suspect nabbed in Ondo. Operative of the Ondo State Command have arrested a couple, Pastor Joshua Samori and his wife Taiwo Samori, for allegedly orchestrating a self-kidnapping scheme. The 62-year-old pastor is accused of conspiring with his 42-year-old wife to fake her adoption in order to demand ransom from unsuspecting family member and associate. The police public relations officer in the state, Olayinka Ayelade, revealed that the incident took place at Road 5 Power Line, Ondo City on August 23rd, 2025. According to the police spokesperson, after insulating herself in a separate room in their residence, Taiwo's husband raised a false alarm claiming she has been kidnapped by unknown gunmen who demand 10 million as ransom. During interrogation, Ms. Taiwo confessed that the adoption was staged as a self-kidnapping scheme to extort money from her relative abroad under the guise of securing her release. She admitted that her motive was to settle debt and provide for her personal needs. Both she and her husband are currently under investigation, and legal action is being taken in a separate development. The PPRO also disclosed the arrest of an armed robbery suspect, Tosin Zacharias, 23rd, in Ikare, Akoko, the headquarters of Akoko Northeast Local Council of the state.
This is ridiculous. Imagine a pastor of a church faking his her own let me say his or her own wife
Kidnap.
kidnap. Like I don't get it. For what? Because of 10 million naira, you going imagine, and you'll be standing on the altar every Sunday, Thursday, or every prayer day to preach the gospel to the worshippers, to the members of the church, and you are not following it. Why will you stage your own wife kidnapped because of 10 million naira?
It was actually an agreement between the both of them,
Exactly.
and then it's well, kudos to the police in Ondo State that actually brought them to court because in my head I was like, if they were not being caught and then this money was being paid, and after they have squandered the money, and the next thing they are going to be doing is to having the mind to
Do it
kidnap
again.
other people and then demanding
Because they will feel
ransom.
that that one was successful, they can also take in another one.
Exactly, that is very sad. Well, let's move on. Police recovered 21 AK-47, 115 vehicle explosive after crackdown in Rivers. The Rivers State Police Command has recorded major breakthrough in its fight against crime, recovering arms, ammunition, and stolen vehicles in a series of recent operations. Commissioner of Police Olubenga Adepoju disclosed this yesterday during a press briefing in Port Harcourt. He says that between January and August 2025, the command recovered 21 AK-47 rifles, 66 local-made guns, and 8,000 rounds of ammunition and 115 vehicles, including 19 stolen cars traced to a car snatching syndicate. In the past month, the Rivers State Police Command, working in close exchanges with the Nigerian Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, DSS, and other critical security stakeholders, has made remarkable progress in our sustained operation to curb criminal activities across the state, Adepoju said. Through this united effort, we have intensified our crackdown on violent crime, leading to the arrest of numerous suspects involved in heinous offences such as armed robbery, kidnapping, courtesy, human trafficking, murders, as well as the recovery of vital exhibits, he added.
Well, kudos to the security operative, and they should keep up this good work. I know with time things will be eradicated.
Exactly. Well, let's move. Okay, we have come to the end of today's show. Thank you for joining us on the Breakfast Show. I have been your host, Bella. Be sure to join us next time, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, have a blessed and lovely day. Bye.